for Mafia Bia, baby, I will share Bia, High Omega Live TV, Abrabo Mu Nsem, and then ye minu me, ye share Baba to trim come away. Picture ye, that's we, Charles, and Lillian, Omoka one and Umre, Omoka one and Umre, yes, ye. Abuse kwaso mema ne mma bebre faces issues nti na jemra na famere na ka me ho na me ne umie ni na ye ntwetwe nkomo ye nsa bre kra nti na ye bekọ ye kwahye ne so straight away me ne mabedwafo fe oba bema ele be nko ba bia ne wi a obehu ne nti na ye wa ha ye twetwe sa nkomo yi omo wa ha papa me ne ha omo de omo ye Abrabo Mu Nsem ye busua Mene, Yabaka say ladies first. Into mene, Ohima Jessica Barney. The beautiful and gorgeous Jessica is here with me tonight. You. Jessica, your NHS business coordinator, NHS, Intino. And Kobe Bia, I feel so shy, Bema or tea and Temia. And I grow cry. Saving. Be any saving, also a consultant, financial consultant, into Jibrana family na ye twetwe nkomo na de ani brabre no idea ni yesi because emma ye kwaji enkrato no ye ba ye de bibia ba hihye so enko ba bia because enemi hia wadwe nkire papa see.
At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about. How it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Hello, Abusia. Baby, I will show me what be Mr. Like it. Na comment, na share my yen. Abrabo Mu Nsem na edina ya Queen Harriet. And say a situation ya Lillian, any Charles, Omo Edia Beya, so Ghana. I'm sure says I won't say what who wants them. Abuse. Yenim when I started in Tiana near the best shisha so near Yatra, you near when and near my sister here. I was you put a full stop and I say you go forward and I you quit it because what relationship be munas and maybe start here. I was so unko shemu we so me don do me yes say Lillian we are watching any sweet. One never heard him, mammy meant na me te ho. Lillian say one never heard Lillian ba. So according to story Abrabo ntin ayati. I just say Lillian Queen enya odine bue na abusuafo nso a chinatena no ma solve issue no ma friend ya kan asem no obi e ko Lillian or brother Charles nso or brother according to Lillian brother no o si Lillian ne bon komo eni ade o ka chense sister abare out mi wa nja ya ebeku o so echina ti send me ya ni eti ya ni se o koma at the hospital. Leicester Hospital here can yes is for a man who niema. Den na bema akwada ho a o koma. Sa nipa no kra so odu ya na wawu ansa odu ho. Nti no ka me ho na ka yanje monkomo. According to Charles nso brother ono nso say ono nso di na no atuma ono di on de e fa ba bi o blame Lillian e family because o say omo na ya no ma ya nya hwe nkwala ni nti no odi ni pu nya hwe ena say Lillian she fridge mu yi nti mebusa wa wo tie ntema wo ye be ma ba ko a wonu eti minim se e ma de bo me ma ne nso bo ma be di kura de ne de si e ma minim ba ku bia oba no be ma na twe ke no de be bo oba na oba ne je wo ne to wo no de ne na se si ne so kana si nti ma ne be so eye nti Mr. Steven maybe so say yakasa physical abuse meaning say abuse ni a very broad topic yakasa you can 3 months grani enwie because your physical your emotional your psychological your and so many of them violent so maybe so say yakasa physical because yeah narrow about relationship and marriage what you say into a physical abuse in relationship and our rema and penatche and our rema a day. Until I say anything.
First and foremost, I want to say a big thank you. Say Mama Ba or Queen so.
You're welcome.
Abuse here reason situation I said obi to turn in sabobo ni yonko.
Okay.
Especially in terms of marriage, is that we know in this scenario,
okay,
we can liken it to the woman being abusive to the lady. So, to turn on sa bono. I said, prano, so ye na dia ebe prano.
And now ban so ye the other way around.
The other way around,
okay.
Vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah, but then on quite be brave so some near my way AC.
Yeah, bebaso. Lady Jessica,
yes,
you can say abuser. You can say physical abuser. You know you narrow it to
in relationship
or marriage
okay, me so minti ase kakra ne say you use the word abuse na usually no obonika say it's the abnormal use of something.
Okay.
To say ade na say we use no correctly. What the channel. And to say ba you ban it down to our relationship na. The purpose of relationship no you abusing it.
Okay.
Sebe me narrow it down to our culture.
Okay.
Bebre no drink say oba no a slave.
Okay.
In relationships. Bebre ni the Bible to ho a you cut the word and I say you see the word say submissiveness anyama na na bebre en be man feel say oh oba ni made oba no so assume oba no oh na mention no.
Yes.
So who cause road na say understanding na you're abusing the relationship.
Okay.
And physical abuse no specifically no a best start fee how you use the relationship.
Okay.
Oh na a graduate na afi bebe kitikiti be best start with your friend is saying verbal abuse. Okay. It be the way of man saying be kasa no na so look down condescending or ban a conform na fe upgrade and na ebi no so no be go as far as send a liya nature say me no no we kono because the man lacks understanding of what the relationship and na say marriage is this what and na be brave or our remu and na say relationship na omonti ase so they abnormally using the relationship and answer the situation that they are in.
Okay.
Said be worry me be slave ma.
No.
What they mention
Yes.
and I say me your punching bag for
okay.
Frustration.
Okay.
Well, into say car abuse now me say majority of people our relationship now almost tips out relationship na so they are normally using the situation that they are in.
Good.
And no.
Good, very good. Etiefo mo hwe ya ene ye wa ha den ye ka empenatwe ne aware mu entokwa physical abuse, domestic abuse. Abuse ni de bebre ene ye hia me ne mabedwafo ye ka ho asem nti afa na wo hwe ya pemre na gibre na ne ye nhye adwumadie no na breso ye bebie lines na tum na won so wadwe a wo no won so wa kire yen nti se ne Steven Jessica kaye no na chese yanti answer sa na ma ne beba ne yanti ase na wo ka hu se wo kohia obi a ofiri na busuam so ofiri abusuam nti obi ade entity ye den different any ye be share so we need to learn and grow together nti meba also Mr. Steven se wo kohia obi ana se wo kohia obi na nipa no hwe a ne bufu rough intentama then I was anamon because I was here too anamon we need to learn
exactly
what you say
exactly
you see one thing we have to understand thank you for the question one thing I see you see when it comes to abuse before we come to that thing no one you have to know say our culture our teachings is abuse.
Okay.
Hey,
what do you mean by that?
Oh yes,
our culture and our teachings.
Our culture,
yes,
our teachings, girls are generally brought up to be enslaved. You see,
hey, you see, Jessica,
I know. Baby all kono, yes. But also sometimes the words a big but
I understand that we can be at variance.
Okay.
Yes.
So I say, but then if you want to know, for example, you look at the culture. One, Obadi e be me kasa obadi ni kwan so kasa bi. So ati ati. So these are the fundamental errors, mistakes. Hey, obadi them ye bibi say so nyan to boase or ye bema.
Exactly.
So from day one, right, you are enslaving the person.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, so na sofo bema de ase asum no. O ma me etu ha. Hey, our ye awo kwai.
Jesus asua for no obenim.
Obenim. Poor time. Okay, sorry, yes, o ban kasa. So ati ase. And see, when you see all these things, from day one, the girl child or the woman is being conditioned to endure those things based on, because first of all, you are what you are being taught. The actual you manifest it. And
it's true.
And see, if come to a point that let me tell you the hard truth, I don't sympathize with abused people.
Okay.
I don't. You see, if in this day and age, right, you allow yourself to be abuser. Excuse me to say, I think you are being. Let me use. I'm trying to find a. Let's say you are being foolish.
Okay. I think we have to be very careful with the words.
I'm coming because now we are at a time there has been a lot of knowledge.
Okay.
So one of the fundamental thing about every human is your fundamental human rights.
Right.
First and foremost, you have to understand who you are. Your teachings and everything are bringing the girl child down upon all the pressures. So first and foremost, for us to address that subject matter, we have to dig down into the roots. For example, a man should obey also submission. Now that Bible verse, he said what? You, the man, owe a duty to love the woman. The woman doesn't even have to love you.
No.
You're back biblical wise now. Or say, Obane is supposed to submit, but submission is easier when there is love.
Of course.
For the first thing, for we to talk about submission or anything, teachings has been misconstrued. So about the umbrella wasi. Now, that man, why show love?
On show it.
And on that point, I think the trouble is it's true. Say what you're saying. Say in Bano, we've been told a lot of things, but to say Mother's Day, I went to church, and now most of the people in church are women. What you say?
Yes.
Into omo partner say, but in Bemano, so any church omo bete almost so omo partner say, how to love. What would they mention? Into no. Obano is doing her part to say obe submissive may win, but Obama no so any sad teaching so bit here. Exactly, because the no so your kwani eja yiku sorry. I mean eja yiku fie. The teachings now me ni mikun ese yetie no. No ono
na okotie.
It me also onte. When they mention the Stevie can, it's true. It's easy for me to submit to a header or play the part.
That's it.
Won't they mention, and I will feel safe to do so. But me person me kunu and I say me partner no etie teachings na me sumiti wa sorry me so one person me do too am na mo no me one of the things I mean notice it say Sunday say Mother's Day no teachings be brave and namba ne say yes say namba ne say yehwefie Proverbs 31 just say busy the crowd wa sorry and a virtue woman a virtue patrona men so the anyway when would they make sure
you see the thing is that
but I want to make a point before you come in.
Make the point.
Won't say abusive relationship and I say we have to be very careful because ebi mo hona enye omo pe e no mudikom. Well, ebi mo hona arranged marriage. I know say we're Ghanaian, but sometimes no enye Ghanaians from kwa na ehwe. You know, so we have to make it very clear that some people find themselves in a situation that they can't do anything about it. And that there are some as well, so due to pressure, due to the fact that to say, and the pressure in the young fee has
we all understand that there's one. You see, we all understand that there are pressures and everything, but then for us to address values, it's not only about church, even from our nuclear families, even from our families. When you look at it, you can't bash it. That is the point. If a child is being expressive, we take it as an offense. right? Especially the girl child.
Yeah.
So all these are the things that is. So for us to do this, at least we are in a new generation.
Yes.
We first have to understand the basic fundamental human rights.
Yeah.
So, and we have to learn to teach our children not to be inferior. So for us to address the subject of abuse, first let's start with the home. So for the part. If say home, no, yes, you know, say you places value and premium on the girl child. It will first start to help. So abuse always starts from the home. For example, umami or say oh papa me and so papa nye ba wunti mumunti be ye nti na me hwe mo me tina ware bone ase. Already you've conditioned your mind. Ukoshia be me bia oya okwase ade bia obeka say me ma me cry sa na odi ahwe me o normal. So ukoshia wanti bia e bia so for ma me cry no a the same thing. So the thing is that they lack the role models to set up what the right examples. For example, let me give you an example. One day I was talking to one girl. I say, hey, I'm not aggressive towards women. The way I'm here sweet. I say, I'm saying,
question I know
bizarre say, and I'm bizarre say, do I have to be a year now aggressive to prove my love? I say, oh yes. Say oti ono bema de wa mpo oba na oba na ensu no an kadona and look at the stupidity.
See, I'm sorry, but there's another important aspect to say your
okay.
For somebody to be abusive in the first place, whether in a relationship or in a juma, I'm sorry, there's a psychological issue. For culture na de to ho sebe me nam be bo wasum by heart even though we are not in a relationship me nam anybody who acts abnormal, no, there's something that has gone wrong in the upbringing. Obama obu obano bibi has gone wrong. Either one witnesses say ni papa bo ne mame and now say bibi esi wo ne upbringing mo. Okay. So yes, there's the aspect that you're talking about to say but fundamental reason is say obi obema is that person has been afflicted. Into who say the affliction is the form of love. Yes. And then Simon Pakun on here help.
Help.
Okay.
Yeah, because me say many say and that's obi obuli obi. Usually Uncle Fran, I'm not digressing from the topic, but obi or afflicted pain on somebody, that person has gone through affliction.
Okay.
You
see, I understand.
And that's the fundamental. And the
beginning.
Is the beginning. No, you see,
no answers maybe.
No. You see, yes, fine. You see, there are myriad of reasons that brings us. Now me bo buy it. No. Me obi adi me a wo hwe me. Obi a me no wa call out aye. You see, you don't have to be aggressive to express your aim. So there are so many ways to express your. Mimi bufua. I just walk away.
Okay.
I just walk away. Mi bufu ya madia mi bufua. Excuse me. I'll prefer you to be right. But you never see me again, and I'll not justify myself. Fine, send your TV.
Also now before you never see me again.
What do you mean? I'll just walk out.
Until maybe.
No.
Oh
yeah, fine. If it's not my fault, I walk away. Oh yeah, quick. I'll walk away.
No, because question now me busa na say.
Oh yeah.
Before we are there, say you person who say, now before you walk out, I won't be man.
And now some fact me kaki ni me pi.
Until we back when you are okay.
Oh, me back na me okay. Na situation in here. Say be 3 days tension here higher. So now I say the more tension here high, the more nature. So what you say? What tonight? Oh, so hotels. Baby, I better there now for near you. And yes, you will fear any other things aside. Into baby, I better there is never an issue. But the thing is, it's better. You see, one thing is that what it's better to diffuse the situation than aggravate it.
Okay.
So, one thing is that people have not been taught on how to manage their grievances. So people have not been. So sometimes it'll be they want to show face in here, but you see all these things. When it comes to excuses, we can have a lot of excuses. But then one thing that I want us to understand and the viewers to understand is it's only what you tolerate.
Okay.
So I say, let me tell you, be more bad abuse you. For example, what's our say near Bo, near Kwa, near Madame Fo. Very good friend. So, and I am my relative. So, me minia, neba, obobi, oboni girl, in the Irikuno. Right? Obini, me kwa na say, I went to Ghana. No, I was not even bothered.
Okay.
Now I am yasu who kwasi ewu. To tell you the honest truth. No, I'm not. No.
I get you. Yeah.
No. Now yasu ebi kwasi ewu. One, it's what you tolerate. So what you tolerate, unless you understand the power that you have, your abuser will never abuse another woman. For example, if you're now kunuboa, I say akwaya yeken. If you say in a girl or in a train plan, girl no bono. I don't know the old year bo, not girl need the because that girl doesn't tolerate nonsense from the onset. Or baby or her, and yes, that means what? You are empowering the man. You are empowering the man.
But you know the thing that
you are empowering the lady. It can be. It's not only for guys, so it can be vice versa. So that is what it is.
Okay, I don't want before you call relationship and more home. Me who said just for women that are watching especially. Only obi wo there are definitely red flags before you commit.
Yes.
Only obi called dinner say Queen Harriet.
Yeah.
Na ebia waiter no aye mistake be the way Bema kill wrong.
That's it.
Because that means you can't handle pressure.
Yeah.
One they mention no red flags.
Yes.
But me no also na car pressure one because of the pressure put on women, right? One, to be married and to stay in marriage. And as a stigma attached to a divorcee in our culture, Harriet and a hard dream. To say mommy way say video no ye who say on ne brother nakasa. On ne brother ne kache say. On jai but because of the woman was so worried about the stigma being a divorcee woman one and a enkorano so.
Yeah.
So this is where I come in. Say, you see, when a woman and you know your self-worth.
Yeah.
So, you see, the society will power pressure on you. But the facts were Jawaria, unya oba enye, unya beman worry. So, nyankwana ye divorcee. Mega Marco Crane ye kana sim. So no ye divorcee. So, first and foremost, you have to believe in yourself.
That's right.
You see, at every stage in life, you can dust up. Oba so dear mom, you don't age quickly. So there be a mujina. So all you have to do is repackage. You get what you want. So now
also it's easier said than that.
It's easier said than that.
Because you can't your culture.
It's easier said than that. You can't your culture now. for abusuafo baby am share aha Omega Live TV. Abrabo Mu Nsem na ye dia hihye so na ye can abuse, physical abuse. Yeah link into Lillian and Charles. Abuse ama Lillian ye lose Lillian ni eno na ye twetwe nkomo baby awo bia me baby lines na tum very very soon mo hwe oba beautiful ye chese mo hwe nanim ni ade a chese nya one day say one day and kebaga so is a mistake what you say chese ni nua obia even be man kra nua e di adanse abusuafo asiesi asem no de bia ye asiesi asem de bia asiesi asem obi ka kire me say onu de ni bufu anu puse ya ntino ni o TV su kra no de ahwa grind.
Oh, look at that.
Na hoto na no akoto TV fufuro nti se nipa na o man so anka fi so obeyende obaku no what you say exefo baby a wo hwe efi bia no aha utie ye hwe ye efi ha ya Abrabo Mu Nsem Omega Live TV ye kwaje nkrato aba nti no menko ba bia ye ba ye de bibia be hwehwe so. See you soon.
At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about, how it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
For diabetics, we would say that the systolic should be around 135 or below.
And the most important thing that we're actually screening for is oral cancer, so mouth cancer. And mouth cancer, it is not very obvious to catch to the untrained eye.
I think empowering patients is huge.
It's key.
It is good for clinicians.
The virus is clever. It enters, and we'll come to that, it enters the human body, usually, as we said, through what we call droplet infection.
Impurities, so many heavy metals, so many salt. So, but if you have the kidney and you drink clear fluid, not tea, not alcohol, not beer, clear water regularly.
Hello, Abusiafo. Ya mama kwa babie ma ha Omega Live TV. Sa wo hwe yen Abrabo Mu Nsem na ye twetwe ye bono enanumre. Enkomo no mu aya, emu ahomte, emu asefem. Ye kasa de but ye srem ye kasa no mo ye nkasa ngu. Wo situation bi mu say ya ye srewa, you need help. Call for help. Na ya anti asem foforo. Unim ne ye ka obi anim asetena oni ni ku anase ni boyfriend na ni girlfriend ewo mana ni yere nti no emma entwa madili ndie bi ma ansan abetena ni aka ho asem famu aba ne ye ka no na nso fa ba obra de bi ye ka se ebi a na enye nipa ba ko ebi a na ofie bi ni ho but yesi fie bi a mensa wom ti fama obi send mo obi I was say video we dey was share because e very very essential niema ye ne ehu hia papa me fe bi wom ti I hope say unso wo fe bi wom hi Omega Life Ohima Jessica meba oso nti den na say mfa so ni obi wo relationship na mema ye be active akra mfa say woni Steven wo relationship then na niema be na obi say Steven ya be say guy you say me ye careful now start to take niema be red box
very good question very good question the character say the biaya na ye kan ye krom say ye steady obi na then na wo steady no
obi otumka say woni obi atena 2 years we
ho hwe the way a obeye na nyama the way a nebufu a otumi react say na Steve akacha say oh nebufu obetu ne car
akọ
it's better than so better no punch me
it's true
we na meche no
it's true
the way I all reacted with life pressures once people have frustration ba na afi ohun no ho so kra
ko pedi makro to me busa say otumi handle
pressure exactly
yes.
we na meche no
yes.
all those things no you want to study and see how he reacts to those things now one ma ohun no say oh okay say ni say ebe o na the early signs no ohun no early signs no ohun no early but says esan say mepe awari akoninti no pressure me age ko also ka bibi say mba no age also masa
no one thing
biological clock is ticking.
I know say the biological clock is ticking.
Any age
no
there's a time limit on us.
I know say there is a time limit.
What obetuni awo all the time
no
trim say do that time ne dey
I understand all that.
Oh, there's no time you cry on women because there is.
Hold on to you see in this life no. First and foremost, you have to place premium on yourself. Once you have premium on yourself and you know your value, forget about time. You see, let me tell you something.
No, yes,
hold
on. Single, now move fornicating, no more share, help. Until you're single. Now what sorry now what is asem we
no hold on let me
condemn already
no say, you see sometimes excuse me to say sometimes
minimum baby sorry Steve they ain't trying minimum baby onim say no kru no like
nani feeling
but also say obejai awarin to that is emotional abuse.
We all understand, but yeah, sorry, your teachings and everything they ace scraps. The thing is that if you're a lady oba ebia me no ka say what say our bonding or relationship you see, you don't have to condescend and stay there. You have to get up. There is an opportunity out there.
Hey, Steven,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, me for me to say wow. Girls by 100.
That's for me.
And they say in Bana Dawson say Bama.
No, but
me ko hefa. Na me ko for wine fam.
That is the inferiority complex I'm talking about. You see, the day you rise up, you realize that there was always an opportunity. So I say, the day you rise up and stand up for injustice, you always see say there is an opportunity for everyone. Let me tell you, you want to buy a confident woman and a woman who insists on their rights.
That's right.
Those are the ones that stays you have to like them more. No, but what can be?
More generation as I said.
No. Okay, fine. Let me explain something to you. That you people are always looking at the negative side of things.
Right.
You see, for every Abian, you have to face a resistance.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? One, Obeka's but Memano, your poor boy, you're strong. So I say, Obeka is to intimidate you. It's for you to what? Bring down your ego.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you bring down your ego, then it is what? Domination. Into most of the time, Oba, Bema Bona, or Ibiano, or another girl, he dare not. So why should you be the one? Okay. So if let me tell you, once you're able to mount a resistance, maybe a bitching question, may I sure say Abna was like, she did something that was excellent. Or from one time, also my boy the buy and as a boy need you. I'll catch him point blank. Or see boy need you. I said that day not time, I'm a condon, just a crown and may patch or no buy.
Or ban nekasa.
Yeah, also boy ne buy or show me live, but also boy ne buy Jimmy. Also me and that time only for a boss I shed a call. Be fair please, not fair please. Or say kwasi asem ti measure my corner also. And pass or share na corner also.
Very good.
Or share na corner also. So and yet a honum no boy who say I'm now here.
Don't go there.
Kwasi asem in then. And fan the future. And not afraid please. Please for the buy no more from that time. So and also I tell cram in pobie. A check no kunya bema papabia. Bema papabia or worry no. She was not under pressure. The reason was that she was insistent on her rights. So but the thing is that are you going to focus on cultural mundane and now say pressure
but the cultural mundane and that's what governs most women and most relationships.
No, but then you have to learn to be independent. In a
society where or in a culture where determines whether you are a good woman or a bad woman, and that's all your bad part and that's all your bad part. Sometimes it's easier said than that. Say a friend is saying yes, of course. She's a grown woman. But and the fact that she spoke to the brother, meaning that she wanted to come out of that relationship.
But the thing is that as a lady, this is the inferiority we are talking about. You should be willing to walk alone.
Yes.
So, remember, we are seeing Bema Kwasi and paying your abuse or don't cry Bema.
Okay, actually, Steve, and then last time I was on worry about Omba.
Oba on ma. No.
Oh, sorry, not the name for children. Or the command of Bema
Chris.
No.
Chris.
Okay, Mama reasoner a woman.
What will make sure?
Obidi Madame Fubi. Reason a woman they say. The reason why I don't ascribe to it and they say it's simple.
Yeah.
Right. Most of the time, the problem is not about the guy. So they will get a genuine guy. No, Madame Fubi or no Shane say no, in my 3. No, Konya guy. The guy did not want the real officer paper. The guy had everything. That guy no worry no near or Shane ma on now too. But most of the time, no, the nonsense is that when you're very mindful that baby father interference. That is where the problem lies.
Right.
Madame Fubi say, Okofa a girl be. Oh, girl is a nice girl and everything. No koji apartment or near na girl name mami na ohono. No koji apartment. And also a worry girl. First and foremost, or encourage girl so uncle uni. So he will support them near. Until while so we uni na normal worry, na then they can put plans in things in place.
Yeah.
They be a cranny soon. And I say, yeah, I know it's a crown. A crown only tia nursery, a tia near my baby. O crown or cojim. Yes, oh, ni BBDO, or Democratic Canary Ward, from Persian people. They do a tia crown. Cranny ye de oceana. Now crown will bother.
Oh.
So these are kind of funny things. Oh, I catch them and I'm so. No, you know what? Let them go. And I said, it's okay. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I'll move out of the house. I advised him. Move out of the house, pay the rent for 2 months, move and go and get another place. Almost and come back. So when it comes to these things, it's a kind of attitude.
Yeah.
So you can't say bia ma krane papa ni hu, but then what measures do you put in place? You say bia or bana de baby dinning. So the fact say wa 4, wa 5, wa 6
measures
in place, good measures in place. Wa 5, wa 6 doesn't mean say there is no hope for you.
There is.
There is hope. Assembly there be a mema me ya catch me say. I say someone can say so call 10 year. Men cranny who say stepfather say stepmother. O mama me no na mo fe ni bia dey. E ma no enye say you know that is where the problem lies. Ebu most of the time and mema no ma no bema ntimi koye de opedua but oba no say be control fee as the cost of your marriage. That is where the problem as the bro so a bed na bema on anything wa respect you.
It's true.
So imagine who said ya pa ne say oba ubu no obi mbu no.
It's very sad.
So oba ubu no obi mbu azama de bia me ka no me say oba the dear so be disrespect to me we ya madam fo we may you me whoever you are related to me they will be bad disrespecting me no. I beg you remember me we dey say me ba on China na me be hu kra na we dey ye bibi na me feel because that day I'll lose respect for you. It's as simple as that.
We won't say we're going back to court relationship
yes.
Won't say you can't physical abuse.
Now, our question said, then you know you were saying before Stephen
said science
science.
Yes, that's science.
Oh, you know we are not to us so. You be lines not to because me say TF1 no be per se you know what be mo me boa every see baby I will be so share high Omega Live TV like comment na share my number no nam de betu jano e bre ni nie sound so be kire wa adwen na ne wo bia wo de aba ne nyina ya enjoy program ni together what you say number no ye 07516484681 07516484681 ebusuya obetumi afre na ne wo no so de aba ne de bibia ahyehye so mpa cho ohima Jessica na wo kan aba na me bisa wo say science no what are the science obehu say nipa we de what you
say okay mama example me ni guy be your call
example mpa cho me ba me fa me call you na wa kan example
okay.
Hello medafo.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
I am Master P. Like I said.
Hey, Master P. You come up, baba.
Me de entiama mo amotu ho nyina. Mo ho afepa. Bia mo for Steven Jessica. Bia ho for pa me shamo the den. Now topic is very interesting. Now the same person me share my adwene kakra. My adwene say me support Steven 100%. On in nsem bia o kan.
And I won't support.
Yeah. And say me pray o kan. Wa obi ani atre boys no ene ma no how bia also bia.
Okay.
Na asem ko pe na okan ya na me ne nya adwene.
Okay.
Dia okan ya na me ne nya adwene. I said oba the bufu oba den na because of ultimate standard there heat na honity obe pie akwa botene. So what you say? And I want to put on question say you pie kwa o kwa kwa dey. O kire mu kire say o pie no okoba na still attention o ha obe pie akwa botene. Hona me ne nya as a man there me susu you say as a man there say before bar you are the head of the house.
Yeah.
So the head of the house no. So pie na okoba and what so for bar now in the traffic. So we plan now you wrong yeah at fault. Trim to oba no. So and oba na yeah traffic na nka. So we yet to be like obe pie na ma biem na anase bisa le bia obe break if see into me part of Honda na me nya adre into me dey kakra bia me channel.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
Moya there pa.
Okay.
No, I want to clarify.
Please do.
So, we said at that moment, tensions are high.
Yeah.
So, me strategy, and they say, right, I never do any meaningful discussion when tensions are high.
Okay.
So I am a dear. Nam person even correct or crana.
Hello, Medofo. Tension are high.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Pacho, we didn't baby Alfred fee.
The family and I am the Catherine London.
Okay.
The tea we do my dinner. Na I don't can share mo. Say you mama your my idea. Na look what you. And you saw them na ekushia aware. In shower, so cross all them can the Bible to tell him there. And the Bible in the canoe. And a crack on them and mark camo and a come and remember in advantage campo. From Genesis to Revelation. See, I can say the Bible to tell him there. It will be a kind, you see a kind, the young kind man come. It will be a oba dear. The word oba dear. It because as soon as it dear, let's say for to be a day, oba dear, your man pass one kasa wasafu. O can 1 Corinthians chapter 14:24. I kasa wasafu. Hey, a can simply bring a man and okay can be. And I'm a man be bring one in 5 guru MMA. Now Bible come na yem na no no. Blomun ma ware.
Okay.
How we seen it matana. Although we were in some were number one. Oh. Na how we seen it man right etra.
Okay.
So I said, oba odo oye dan what you mean yesterday ma. E san or oba dey born.
Okay.
Ni mo oba wa ware you know as so that. So, until so only be matia. O say ebu ba I don't say eba. You will remember ni bi wo ha asimo de bia meka so your ba na person we ni ji wa ware ma e mema no mo hozu bebebe no o mu ni do e bi se me
okay
because yes mema mo hozu bebebe no wada bontinda wada trotumuda wanye ni pie bita e ti ono no wo ba won leti now you say what me me gina we e komi ya say na me worry ya worry na bitimi free me koda abonti a shop bitimi da passing bitimi da betem because na yin ya be na yi cash no if the big first one na nya get that's the best option obedu wo wona ni nya sem je wo bedi watem wo fi ho no se wan hwe ye na wan tu car me ke do ha ba me tu car mo I prefer some metal bus because oh kwa atindidi wo di wo no e kasa kire mo wa dwem wa ha de ka betem Tabas, but Tabas Mama Genchi. I will finish if you are doing. The boy, who the more saw you, who be a door, was something you know, what's happening. A money piano, ya. So then one we have a tone, sir. And remember the beer, a boom, mammy, so that then the trade number, who are them, hello, pam, and a Saturday, not in the hammer. About them. It's such a beauty. But man, some more mamma from Kaka.
Yes, sir.
No, mamma, now, dear, as some about young people saying, who want us to be a bar, one samba pack, what can you hear do at them? One have a chest. It'll be a year, no more. Better was it.
Thank you.
May answer 2 questions. So, one. Nana de as more kind. One, you have to diffuse the situation.
Okay.
So there's no point of making a meaningful discussion when tensions are high. So in calmness, there's an understanding. There is clarity of purpose.
Okay.
So first and foremost, you have to make sure say everything is calm before you address the matter. If not, it's better not to say anything. Or the bufu crowd, that could be the bedroom.
Okay.
The bufu crowd, peer crowd. That is the time to talk. And our Bible no can. So if I've studied the Bible and I keep studying the Bible, yes, often but I read the Bible for yourself. One thing is when you read from Genesis to Revelation, not because the women were being condemned, it was their culture of that time. So even Paul, any those they refer to that culture, but that culture doesn't mean say it's right. So the American, the culture doesn't mean say what it's right.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to understand what the tonation, because if it stays for example, women should be submissive and everything, but then when it comes to Peter, it shares light. When it comes to other scriptures, it shares light. Okay, submit. Also, okay, or baby and submit it. But what's your duty? He said what? Except what? To love. Once you love, submission is easy.
Of course.
So what do you have to do? Love. Love. You try and what? Do your best. And once you love, there's always be what? A reciprocal. So they make it. Sometimes it never, but then it's a faith you have to carry that cross too as well. But then in a more nice way. In a more nice way. If you are saying Bible cram me key, or say the ungodly woman, if you can a godlier, you are sanctified. So sometimes look at the love walk, the love expression. Once you understand this, it will be able to help you to make the right adjustment. So first and foremost, understand that thing when it comes to the
I just want to chip in here. Also, love, love. Once at the beginning, make our baby say, in Bano, most of I refer to church because I'm a church person. Forgive me. Exactly.
But let me tell you, the fact that love that doesn't mean say it's also some kwasi asem.
No. Make up baby say once in Bano, you're 10 years inside na say. But in Bano, said there's no training in terms of what it means to love a woman. Won't they channel? Meaning I have a friend or no or your typical but Ghana culture won't they channel. Now the Ghana culture no ya channel say or so or worry about or yes submissive in quote. But or no oko what we ja worry me no. Won't oko worry na or say oba no emboadie. Oba ni emboadie. But forgetting say sebe also so no there's a fault with you say we correct it.
That's it.
Won't name channel because no ehwe no who say then I miss me ya a contribute to our region always looking at the woman. To me feel says and ben man so he wants say we papa no card call an car say and man ya no NCC nya but the thing is the men don't know how to love.
Papa no so on grow him the way
exactly. All they know is authority. Me ba me na me bema not the NCC for. Obema person no da. The only time Obema person no so mu. But that's not the women want to be coupled all the time.
That's right.
Not resulting to
I don't think you should use this avenue to bash men. Not that men don't know how to.
Men don't know how to love.
No.
No men know.
No. You see that the thing
Oh,
is that,
see, if you can say men not love the end, they can
no, there are problems.
Yeah, men don't know how to love.
Yes.
And I also say it's wrong.
No, it's wrong. Not
okay,
that.
Yeah, baso. I have for baby. I'm okay. Be a omega like be a no be a baso. Now onim ne can ya no den bisi. Ne can abuse. You see our real into quality relationship into domestic violence near day. Ya no na ye wa ye twetwe ne linki no so ye Ghana ni ana ye linki ni to Charles ni Lillian omo ntoko ye omako ama se ye lusu Lillian no ne ye pese ye kan ye femu abase to obi start here uko relationship no obi ne wo partner ne wo ntokwa ne ade a when na was walking away what I say when because also who say nipa no nka say question na meba so mebusa o Jessica and some can ye mo kan ne say mpacho me ba me piki me call yi na ya to aso hello medafo mpacho di ni baby afrefi
mpacho na na ni masaya baby
na ya ka say na wana ka say okra woni mu ha esi do ukai
man ka say minimum how esi do
okay to ha ni echire
me obi a woni mi bia say me a very lovely person ma asem ana me no tia dia was be ma ye e mo ba bia no be fi makomo me
okay
me say me ma me fie don't be piano because who bema who now your head of the family head and chese be a popo wani egu omoso nemo hese efie ebe ye tempia
okay
who be we nyina bi we no odo na me ka say eni prepare for so no
yeah
enye se bia wono oba na tan da ko pa na no tia wo no eno ho asem ne kan na ye wo bi mu wo ha o mo die ayo akoyo mu esuban me say mema biblia so tsa o ko wi mo biblia me kam me am tabu bia me frim sa mema no o mo so suban sa rete o mo yen hyeso because sa te tie no an de te ye free e mo fasin ya so bi mo ha ja o mo timi tu kwan ga entam ga ka o mo hye ne ma biblia ta create tragedy the point ma first one se be ma do edo no anya na asesa ho obi akọrọ esi bibi de se telenovela o se die wo
telenovela
ela be ma no twa bonche ba no de flower ba na tu twa bonche ba pa flower ba ela be ma ne ti si wa bonche eye movie odo enye sane bia in real life ti ene ko mi oba ye juma na ye juma odo ne se me fifie na boa enkra de enkra ko su bi esi ni na yo odo ni ja
I'll come to it.
odo ne se me o ha lu ma ya ni ma ya ja so
let's
yeah cuddle yeah you know
oh what and can you do and ya pro bi and dey enter do ho obi dey ma na
birthday nothing on fa on go out on you know
hey na we back to different
Mother's Day or na say na Father's Day o kai
so you tragedy o ma he put a CBC here then yanko bi on say be ma the tag mo ba Christmas ba yen chini Mother's Day na be birthday ebeba debwa ni na ya ye hese be
be ko busa ne say and then Mother's Day no
oh and in fact me try no refi who dey get me refi yeah Mother's Day no say e watching you I say Africa be different but you are so different
UK
yes
this man general one no world one I think say it's in May
yes and you know who's and more popular because it was social media more the way so come on tell if in fact
also didn't me enu nyina ma we Mother's Day is Mother's Day
na o me edi o be di birthday o be di Valentine's Day o be di Mother's Day I'm come birthday ka we expect to get you adai
Nana, one thing I'll say is so peace will fear. So peace will fear. All the national UN birthdays, Nina. You see, the problem is that no men don't know how to laugh, but they lack how to express the laugh. Okay.
Football match.
Hold on. See, one thing that No. You see, okay. You see, one thing that women have to understand, you say, hey, yenima yeche. So, yenima yeche. So, oh, your banana pe flowers, oh. Yeah, honey, Anna, Pepe, Anna, baby, whatever you call. No. But the thing is that most ladies, they are not expressive of what they want.
This is your show. Come in.
Let me be honest.
Men don't know how. And yes, who don't know how to like. Don't have to express.
They don't know. Majority of men don't know how to express their love, and that's the question of what knowing your partner comes in, or knowing your wife. For example, a baby or that. Hey, start being our pet. You see. These are things you know. Okay, no, what's up, Busane said. These are the things that when you do, I like. Try to have those kind of conversation so that it helps to build.
Meaning, my wife be on any crocodile so pesta away. The wife catch the catch near so yashaw.
Oh yeah, it's a
work in progress.
This is
what I'm saying, and it's a stigma in the relationship. Yes. But I get what you're saying. Express to your husband the open, not on you.
Exactly.
But the thing they say, the majority of the problems. I want to say, "Na yenana okasa saying, yeni kase, and yes, I remember. No, no, where they are cockro, and that's the most that attitude of most men. Omufi say, omuri sikaba. No more the janisha frijima. That is express love. It's not that.
No.
And oh yeah, what should
It's not about the money. It's not about that is why I say I'm saying your teachings near you. Oh, beside as a man, food, clothing, shelter. It's wrong. So, but you see, let them teach all these aspects of things. For example, to a cry be a woman so mommy cranky so papada. And our papa so mommy that. Those are affectionate. And I watch telenovelas. Yeah. You want to be more affectionate. Things have changed.
Yeah.
And this is what you have to you are lacking, you want. So this is the timer. Sometimes a man will be a colo. So it's a work in so it's a work in progress.
Most of them don't know how to love.
No,
because they haven't taken the time to find out what their love was. So for instance, say,
so why don't you teach them?
What you see is what you get. This is me.
No. Sometimes you tell. There's sometimes you guys have something called ego.
No, but this is not about
that
ego.
Be okay. No. Okay, cho be maybe say say pa phone no beka say obane tre no ho. And na two no beka say the mayor no ni enso.
There be.
Won dem change na ono so ban so aka na no phone asho. But the thing is say
hold on. I'm not cutting you off.
Okay.
So you see sometimes you have to understand something that the manner in which is being carried across, the message is being carried across. Sana unzena yawo account, nana yawo account. Not because the man has ego. Any man that has an ego, that means you can break that ego. But in which way do you approach it? What is your manner of approach? That's where I'm coming from. So if you approach it rightly, you always get an answer.
Yeah,
and you
example,
get a good
example.
Okay,
example.
So the thing is
for example, okay, let me
example.
Okay,
Steven, give me example.
For example, darling, I like the way you are doing. So, me pa mini. She said, "Oh yeah, dem tins enya me extra me pa. We a be ma kentika. We a be ma. Wa mi share any me pie bo me ya no. We are the emom.
But that is where they ego break.
No. It's in manner emom.
Obenji
Listen. Emom. So, nyamini no kreni. Nyame extra because of unti. Emom pacho de next time buy on say flowers na e ya na mani je ho we dey ya fa bi brem na me de be ya de bi actual. So on can say you are requesting on we dey ya fa flower maybe brem So, sweetheart, how do you bet some last?
See,
so,
can't be there, but I'm sorry, but sometimes no. Or remember, between catch yourself, flowers is a waste of time.
No, it's a waste of money. You are using a coercive move to get what you want.
Yeah, but not most African men. When they get Ghana men, most majority men won't. But first of all, they see flowers as a waste of money. They see buying chocolate as a waste of money. Many only about ni be PR kono pono. Or because it's waste of ye journey. Me this kind of man no way. Sometimes that's what the man say. No, my point is, they say most men.
If you are crowd dressing in and no friends on BP, you've not addressed that.
Jessica Mebusa, what are the signs of aggressive partner? Signs being say young go in
relationship. Yeah, okay, mommy conclude it. The reason I make her say I'm not about mebaso. The reason I make her say men do not love sebe to say Lillian Ekunwi, your friend Charles Meboa. He went into relationship being very authoritarian, thinking said that is the way I'm showing my love to this woman. That's the problem. So one thing I can say, they don't know how to express in his head. No, he's probably expressing love by being the man and putting his feet down in the house.
Hello, Queen Harriet.
Master P.
But topic and side meaning that then my Jessica Kasembi. I say Jessica Kasembi say a bamano old man size na who say oh you good or size na obekato ya so ni.
Yeah.
Bema Becca said, over man style be out because of your show. No, that's the Bema, the tree Nejuma.
Okay.
So, maybe when he said, Obadi, I also who show Nema.
Oh,
also to show skills. So, they do some number about a bull Bema, no cut of body. I said, oh, dear, I hold my cry. And it them and the argument what cry because and you as a husband there, anytime they are always expecting something new from your wife. And I make me my dream and that second one also. No more car about flowers, they are like what one to here not Obama requested. And my man be very romantic, so I say, but I do have a top flowers in the back about a year.
Baby at the betono.
Baby at the betono. No. Maria, me follow for example. Me top flowers. As I be say, two hours here. And be saying, yeah, if flowers do what? I'm Yamata. I got to answer it. It's become the no. And they met artificial beside the and it's a African ball, that's all. It's the most marginal journal.
Oh, thank you so much.
So thank you so much.
So much, me back. I have 4 more Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, baby. I okay Fibia. I Omega Live TV. I the 4 now so ya sing. Am I at I am one fair. Ya did you media Abrabo. Omega Live is open. No one person support here. Be our website wa your support way or wow. Person support here. I bet me I support here. I fancy here World Remit. And I saw ya sing. Ya did you media Abrabo fair. World Remit. Who to me call play store now. What go now? You know you can send the money anywhere. Who fear who come da ho just say we send it to anywhere, any African country. Nippon so be receiving it doesn't take it's so easy and smooth until you come the world remit, you come forward remit mouse say you see baby I will be very, very, very smooth and nice. In the world remit, I saw you seen a Jumedi. I so your main producer, your main management, Omomadi Jumedi Omega Live TV, Omega 4, Ebusia, your chair will be Mamo Sam, Jimre, the boy, supported Jumedi, your producers, Mr. Joe. Thank you so much, Uncle, Auntie, Dansua, Mr. Kula, Omega family, Nina, baby Amobia, Queen Harriet say, I love you all. Inti Ejume dear, de shesui. Violent, any our remu, any in tokwa relationship, moon tokwa, and any Debra we, the link it to Lillian, any child's relationship, I see Ama Lusu Lillian, our Ghana, and I day. Jumedi Ebrewi. Have you better harvest of Blessing Ministry International? Yes, of Pastor Ohene Kwachi asi bia so ya sin yeda wase papa daddy. So ya sin ma yedi jumedi eba fe kama. Afi mi make up ya ma ye Reggie face. Ono wa ye mi shen. Thank you so much. And I made jewels in me dressing in so Chantel and then Nikita from Ghana straight away. And I want to share me. You'll see a year can say 6 this month, dear. A Ghana independent in Minsha Africa near Mankwa. And I want to send the dear Bremy into this month. Because dear Africa near Mankwa. Mamma didn't near me by any so. Yami Asia most supporting me jewels in the BBA. And you know yourself. God bless you so much. I feel so say school papa or Ghana the back or so now or Europe any country America baby dear and then me can for headlines educational center ma e wata so maso ukwa bibia ye Cambridge ye local Ghana one to bibia obese uba etunin dia obese onya bia me dika aka dada se ho untumi nwie ho a obeba unya bibia anye etitiri fo nkwa na ye training omo to betumi afre Mrs Olivia Oponfosu ewo yahomatrufo iso 0244634777 0244637747 na afenso mekamfo anti nkroma ma nkroma ema ono so mo ye funeral directors ni ade omo ye flowers just say on besiesie the fefe upe wedding fresh flowers ni ade a omo so wokuma ase CPC wa magi e number ye 0244624581 nti ye beto aso ohima Jessica na ye kan aha eye Abrabo Mu Nsem dwumadie ne de hihye so ye nkoma ye boy about domestic violence ya wari any relationship ntokwa ACCC na me busa o say me busa a question say
science
be na you know
the first sign say me one of the things I've noticed say we share bema na onye ne kasa on you that's a big red flag.
Big one. First sign.
Me who say and now what do I mean by that? Say ebia unyine ne kasa na wo advice no on person oti. That means that man
you are obeka na right.
Mr.
Right.
Big sign.
Mrs. Right.
Hey, Johnny.
Mr. Right for
because there's nothing that you will listen, there's nothing that you will input in that relationship or be accepted.
No.
Because he wants to be the authoritarian in that relationship. So power, any authority, what is
Bibi obakabia yes sir. Yes boss. Yes sir.
Exactly.
Yes madam.
Exactly. Many obi kasa. We're just talking over the phone.
Okay.
Me so all kasa nyana me hwe ne kasa no. And that guy came across very authoritarian. Me can be no, it's not right. No, what hey! No, it's not right. You're wrong. That's not how it's supposed to be. Now, if we be some say, am I emotionally stable?
Hey,
into wait. Now,
go rubber.
Let me tell you, big signs. There's a lot of signs.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Me the first sign is Obama or pet authority, and now so Obama on person like he hasn't got that listening skills. I will run a mile.
On here will view.
I will run a mile.
Say, what do you think, darling?
Exactly. Yeah. And then the early signs, no. Okay. But obviously, as you progress in the signs, will be breed also.
Sure.
One they mention ABR, send a makeup before you will see. All handle stress.
Yeah.
One they mention ABR nibufoa. She says Steve say me say me Steven and Antia. Now me say me before. Me I like the fact that you walk away because mama so cool it down.
Yes.
On the mention. So the Bible can say be slow to speak and
quick
to listen. On the mention. Into no kwa. Me say mama space. Emma make. People also so now opposite or show say or you're right. The who cannot enye. and no and I don't
minim twa no minim be ma bia minim 2 cases bia sisi awarija omo nyina obi ajai awarija ba ko be ma no de bia na irisi nani so na iredi ne bu na bupo ane on a quick temper ne nsa ha no sa o ne bufu na jina waso nti woni be ma no okọ adwuma oba mse bibia ohun ya sa tan sa ne ba na mo ba gina steps so no di mirika akọ dem no free police e ba say the way ani ma mesi bo ne papa no why so disturbed please the ba unim ni want na omo ba e no be yi be ma ni fi ho say on to me na fi ho because omo mpese nti be ma ni ko be bi nda
exactly
na e kire nti omo de oba no eko e be kire omo be fa oba no eko se omo jai ba kun so aminim akwala ni ko school okọ e why so disturb no wo su no omo so wa dey no say ni papa bo ni ma me dodo nti no oba ni kra no mo kasa but odwin say it won't go well nti ni teacher no so on person obesua de obeso okofie na teacher ba ko so okay ne lady ba ko social work on kan ho no mo fa akwala nye de nkofie no mo ne maame no enko kasa lo and behold o mo ko ye na maame na collapse papa na bo maame ne from stairs o ma na hwe em say Lillian de edi ba Lillian de em say ne ko ne ko si wo no wu nti o mo do no collapse nti say no mo de o mo chi be ma ne ko to mo ni ade.
It's very sad.
Yeah, the Bibia is peaceful, but how much I? Inti epesi who say.
Yeah. Another sign, me Kawano, another sign also so that was a relationship that my friend was. Not debia no person or can't madam for no there.
No, but you see, the thing is that they are, like I said initially, they are myriads of signs. But the thing is that you as a lady, what do you want? You see, at the onset and even now, if at the onset, at the beginning, you're able to establish boundaries, fine. These things will not happen. Even if you
there's boundaries and there's character.
Yes.
No.
I can set the boundaries how I want to be treated, but no character would not affect our boundaries. No.
Look at what you said. You were saying, this guy, you were talking to this lovely guy, whatever. But then the guy hinted some red flags. Immediately you call it off.
Exactly.
Because you knew your self-worth. Right? You set up a boundary. No matter what. This guy is not for me.
See, once I look boundaries now, he didn't disrespect me or
No, but you see, but the person
his character showed forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With boundaries, it's relative. It's not about disrespecting the person. It's about what? Highlighting the red flags. And that is what you saw. So it's a boundary. You know what? You can't cross this line. Now you've crossed this line. You are not
I will you say they're a deal breaker, but boundaries there. I say one disrespecting me anyway. He's a lovely guy, but Obasu behu no beka say oh obema we there they use that word alpha. Also obema be obadu or pesa obema na oye no so obema oye alpha.
But maybe alpha.
So to somebody, you know, she would absolutely like that.
You see, that is why I said something. You see, when it comes to the subject of abuse, we need a reorientation of your mind. You get what I'm saying? You see, it's about value. What value do you place on yourself? Like I gave an example. Even Yetihoe, God who created all this world, what are both good and evil? God is of the good. Satan is of the evil. What are they fighting for? It's all about what? Your access. It tells you the value and the premium you place on yourself. You get what I'm saying? Into now you be man kwasi same all because of love. Any something. Yes, there is an
there are some ebia sebe obi to say me anase Queen Harriet. Sad no sebe nyame ama ye nyansa. Into we can decipher when we see those kind of things. But there are some situations that I feel so we'll recognize say there are some women it's not a fault of their own.
But even if
and secondly new so no ebia ade start nice. And for some reason no bibi echo chia ewe kwan so And at 3, what you're not taking into consideration in your speech, they say there is a huge stigma. Whether you want to accept it or not, it's there.
No, but the thing is that there's
in the stigma. Oh, your banner will cry. There's a name they label you, but 1, but 2.
No.
No, I understand.
See, I understand all those crap, but you are
even Bema, so who show man in Pone, a cow man and 1, you have drawn 1 and born 2. No,
they mention no. And I say, Obia, what we know, or share from a broken home. Nobody wants those labels.
No. You
see,
I think we are using all these as an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
It is an excuse,
but it's a real factor. A preventing women like Lillian from coming out of the relationship, even though say opposite or coming out.
You see, I understand there is fear of stigmatization.
But what we need to talk about is say, how do we remove those stigmas? That it doesn't affect the women in our days. Sebi obi 35 no worry. There's nothing wrong. How do we remove that stigma?
Okay,
instead of asking that 35 woman to say obe maybe or baby no onfa because ofana obe money abuse now on to me jawa because of that stigma. Into then na me no way be ya you be stigma and yes about value and I say
but you see, the first and foremost, the woman has to understand who you are, and you have to shut your mind off the societal stigma because these stigmas are not helping. Okay, I understand. Oba actually 40 45 utimo.
So maybe catch yourself 40 krana we do now utime one. There's a chance of who Down syndrome child.
Yes.
As a woman, what is that? It worries
no. You see, it's true. You see, they are
your banner who are 40
krana.
Oh, that by my 70 krana utimo.
And have
No.
And these are all the things that women find themselves in a relationship that is not of normal use.
Okay. Say sorry, so I think say be about 2 of this.
No, we need a part 2.
But what we need a part. Maybe now come to Steven. Steven, remember also. You ever say Steven? What worry Jessica? Tie asemi American. Na Steven. I started to say, only name worry one, yes, sir. But who worry and Stephen and started to say, what do you do? Then I or
the bomb and or the bottom.
Because of your know that situation.
Say make say no. Me your oba me near like I know what's up. One name it me no be legal process no answer now. But
laws are govern the women a lot.
But Ghana, there are laws, but people are not taking advantage of it. There are laws, and they enforce it. People are not taking advantage.
Please, to me discussion will say no.
What you're saying is right, but I feel say we share the other side of the women. Say people want to cry, they're so scared. They say minim say remember muya where. In Banda ya no more sexual health and also more ladies toilets now. There's always a sign at the back of the loop. One can say if you're in a domestic relationship now, ringing up. So alright, when we say
I've seen a lot
ring this number.
Yes.
If we clinic now only your husband banner. Ombeshi da ye lie be no mama abema no etia money na omoni
but in Ghana it's not ye ni sa
Ghana dey need
person bisa o Jessica say woni obi tina na wa ware no na afa hu say wato ne sabo baako wato ne sabo mienu a then na be say Lillian they didn't start one day no they feel no
exactly yeah
it happened several times even though families are more advice ni ade what would you do then I will be
me personally the end year I will come out of that relationship because I wasn't brought up I didn't witness that in my house say obema eyinesa edaboneba until there's no way I will condone such behavior in my life until me pa then I will come out. And now too, so I've been brought up to think say Obama or Dennis Abono, Obama be behind our dreams. One name only this psychological help. One name and no so. And now lastly, Nesosono said the final win said on Domi. Okay. Udomia won't treat me like that.
Yes.
One name exactly. Udomia won't treat me. But Ebo Hona and Bano, this is what you're failing to understand. Ebo Hona and Bano, they're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
they find themselves in that situation as they can't get themselves out.
Okay.
What they mention?
What would
they mention? And that's it. But that's my point. To say it's a decision for a woman to come to that decision. Majority of the reason is the stigma that the woman will face when coming out of that relationship.
And can I ask something?
Into then a minute you be you movie side
okay.
So your banner will tune on warrior. It's okay.
It's okay.
Your banner where you divorce, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong. Look after yourself.
Oh.
Until who your bema?
No. In such a situation, you see, the reason why these things happen, sometimes the women's are being.
Steven, I'll ask you this question. No one answer me straight out because I think say nenye fair on the man side. Who your bema? Because a man so able mema pa. A man be very yeah. Into your bema. Na say wo yere ebia onini kasa ni bufu laptop no aje no dey show na because untie ni all can into ni bufu full cloth ni je no dey show. Any ade.
Oh, na say we
na wa papa we ni so to say ni papa obi.
Oba no. Steve Obede, so buy your side now, baby.
No, it's question.
Question, answer.
No.
General question.
The girl doesn't deserve me. I know my self-worth. I walk out. It's very
of the marriage and that's of the situation.
Oh, marriage. Both situation and marriage. Because if maybe you might give.
Now, the woman is defending herself.
No. Once you are defensive, you see, I just walk out of this whole scenario because you know what? You see, hell has no fury to extent which it can go. Into the best thing they say. Once you see, I don't tolerate nonsense. Once I see the red flag, I walk off. I know I'm calm girl. So when you compare so bema obey no kwasi asemo be me nya no so bema I value myself. That is what I would say.
So benya calm girl na nya wan so na o ka say
oh menya me so said here a man be a door so sana mema so door
because I say for ba oyo what's up
no menya me so said here but then if you don't value me there's no easy I don't have to be aggressive or to retaliate or do all this kind of nonsense. I just walk out. I know say I'll have another opportunity.
But what you're saying is right, though. In terms of
and your ban on Kwan, your bar.
Hello, you're better than a last. Hello.
Me only be more.
I know program.
What you say? Obaka say. With the group to me, dia. And now, who has said this case is a program?
No, none of that.
Yeah, so second. Yeah, try to say the first, second, yeah, bro, when you back catch here. Now say, to me. Now, no, Yamina boss, I say, in the book. It's in Yamido match at the man. That the man goes on. And if who has a patch at 2 1 4, meaning go for me, tell me, so power you cook, or in the cook. Or would you come up and may war by whom Nick.
Oh yeah.
I never change more myself so can general coffee. Who can say me and about me. Say the panel, San maybe on Yamia Bono. Only our baby are so born we know soon. No, have such an energy power.
Oh yeah, I said it.
Aha. It's so me a bema. Who be a woman power? You have a money be woman, papa. But the memory can be dream. Yeah, I wanted to set here, just said, yeah, when I was set here, what more my 15, oh, go with that's what the case kind at the brought any idea about. So, yeah, my Johnny, we are by Johnny. And for so be any Saturday, we move. Move a train about 4 nothing, Sabbath, not, yes, I discuss it. Second, what the ordinary picture about 2 see. And shall see, and I'll walk away, and I bet man walk away, Rebecca, hey, and I'm and a good day. And yeah, my work on it. Yeah, Papa, don't go there.
We better say, I found where we heaven.
It's true.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, Nana. Yeah, that's it.
Say another thing now, we can say, in Bano,
yes, member also. Since Facebook, I'm on for Bebre, or my share. What Facebook? I watch share. Who comment? No, we love you. Ma Agnes, my mom, she's watching us. Jessica Huffman is watching. Prophet Ohinekwachi is watching us. Eileen say you are my queen. I love you, Eileen. Abena Jemfua said, oh no, your name baby cry. Oh no. Okay, yenya on no number binti. Yebefa. Hello, middle phone pacho dini baby Alfrefi.
Hello, and wait there. I came for a family cook na me better me come visit Kata.
Okay, pacho
yo, me better me stand say who meet you will be a relationship ma.
Yeah.
Because me better me put someone say one meet you will be a relationship.
Okay.
How well do you get to know this person before moving on to the next level? In our culture, no, we living in a country where social construction, whereby in the society as Ghanaians, you know, in Ghana, no, a male dominance. Oba and the Nwediani, Oba and Ebia.
Okay.
Nabema and we the head of the family. So when people are going to relationship, family values comes in. Say Bema and the head of the family. Okay. But then there is a situation as they say we are in the 21st century, where most women have work and they have money, where most women have studied and they have qualifications. Now there are cases whereby the man might be doing an odd job,
okay,
whereby Obano is feeling more powerful. Now, if you chroma, a man be cracked Omukronum say, Omutref, you know, him, Colano, Woman and one way, Diani. Oh, because on an aqua school, baby, who want to be it is a sin if you are in that situation and you are going to that relationship. And research suggests that such relationships are broken down. You, the man, no, what are you doing yourself to update your knowledge and skills? And also, I will face such situations, you know. How do you deal with it? And also, do people go into relationship? Another one is, do people go into relationship thinking that their partner no obe change now? Do people really want to change?
Can you change it?
To be better one discussion.
Okay, thank you.
Who change your relationship?
No.
Will the woman be submissive enough or the man be submissive enough to her? I'm over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I can answer
the question.
I can say. So, you see, character is built over time. So, once we start with something, we know a relationship, through the courtship stage or whatever stage, you know, they exhibit it. Once you condone it, you know, they are not going to change it. So, in such a case, in such a scenario, you know, if you go ahead, you are taking a risk. For example, me and my brother-in-law. Okay. Of course, may you or anger problem. And pass or koi from one trouble to another. It's not going to easy getting married and obeson. Only no crowans. No,
advice we were you can if you really care about the person, you can go through.
No, I'm saying
therapy or what?
No, we have therapy, but the thing is that are the people willing? Okay, then do all those therapy first before you put a ring on it. No. So if you don't do say over time there. And then secondly, you see one thing that we have to understand you see love is about caring. So one thing we have to, it's not really about pedigree. So love is about what? Working together.
Yes. Caring is sharing.
Caring is sharing. You rightly said. I mean, me treat in Nigeria. Brofuni be your heart. Caring is sharing. Yeah. So no matter how higher or bow through, from it does not make you less of a man. I work with Asians. So one of our directors. She's very top, but you know, needs some small corner shop be, but the man still gets the respect. So one thing that we have to understand is that the fact that you are working as an odd job near you are not there. No, have the ambition to upgrade yourself. It becomes a problem when the wife is using it against you. But then again, at whatever.
Or the husband is using it.
Or the husband is using against you. But then we are in a world that is full of opportunities.
Steve, you know they are ganging up on you, pound.
No,
they are ganging up
on you.
No,
ganging up on me. You've not ganged up on me.
No, I'm baby.
No, I'm not ganging up on you. But you are in the world that no matter which level that you are, you can still rise up and get up.
Yeah,
but peradventure, if you happen to be in that situation, that is what love is about. Because even if you are changing vows, they say for better, for worse. Yeah. So you don't feel less of a man because and wash your ma and all no match if you diagram no back so something is about ego. So sometimes let go of the ego and face the reality of the love life.
It's true, exactly. I think you said it all. I think I agree with what Steve said. Change will be unless the person has decided say or non kasa obe change.
One o partner beko. So umbe like umbe chimp na nsama kwa awarimu. Nti no se umuse nipa na kuma hana na se ne nsa hana ni ade a na wo se nipa no is willing to change. Ono ankasa nipa na wo so ye na adwen so I want to take this journey with you. As I went your way no. Me wesa me ne wo Jessica na me ne wo Steven yetu. Nti no me here help. The problem ni. So help me.
Exactly.
Then no one will say oh nipa ni here help. Say na what and then you only nyina go through the journey together. No be at ne ho ase. Now we start a relationship na say nipa no obo wo ne obo china. Then I was away. Obi say obe walk away. Now wala wo ma then na be.
No, and cry wo ma like the chroma.
So walk away more.
And cry wo ma they say chroma they are help. You walk away. You see the thing is that what kids are become what they are supposed to.
Exactly.
So walk away. Get a better life. You see, marriage is not only is not the only way.
Now, Patrick Steve, what about people from a Christian background? You say the only reason to divorce is when your husband cheats on you.
No. You see,
so how would you advise a woman? On to say, "I'm missing mommy a divorce," and also advise a woman.
No. You see, one thing is that one thing you have to understand. First and foremost, Bible say, love your neighbor as yourself. So the way I would do when you do I should make up that is the same way you should extend that love. So I say, when you see the Bible speaks in parables and in quotes, so on the American. Then if you are not loving me in that way, that means you don't deserve me. You get what I'm saying? You don't deserve me. You see, he talked about it because of the nature. Bible said because of the nature of those kind of people. You know, he said if you read the Bible when he addresses in the New Testament that they addresses more of the divorce. Corinthians it relates to the character of the Corinthians church, the Ephesians, their character. So in that situation, if the man is not willing or vice versa, you walk out.
But the Bible hasn't said that.
So you see, the fact that God says He doesn't like divorce doesn't mean that divorce doesn't go ahead. There's no wrong in divorcing. Woman now, nyamiko shiano world, no divorce four times. The God accused him. He said even the one you have is not you. So the fact that it's not working, you walk out. God, let me tell you. God is a God of love. God expects we are all children of God. So I say, and God demands that what everybody experience the good on earth. So if you are not experiencing the good of God, don't expect you to stay. That is why God has given you a choice and a mind. God hates abuse.
Stephen, wait a minute, Stephen said God hates abuse. Messages be Facebook and I'm person reading. Jessica Huffman or say it's the stigma and the society that makes women stay in abusive relationships.
That
Jessica ever saw say edu age be open in some giddy.
No, but that is
and Harriet tobacco because
we say go day. And just how I ring, your bars I will show ring. Show your ring now, so show ring be.
Also, and I make and also send some second video.
The wedding ring now where I work and who are you wedding ring near the amount family. Your name say Lillian, you the wedding ring near the best scene. You understand? Who are
where
you as a crown of them and being your bar for food.
Exactly. And what's more even heartbreaking is that Charles no, yeah. And I make say what is even more heartbreaking is all car send them banning tino or betina wiring. Now you're dead and gone. What about the children?
That's so funny.
So we have to really think about another important thing that Ebama Jumusun said. Because now also say about you have to value yourself, no? And I've been concentrating on the psychological problem on the man. There's also a psychological problem on the woman. Yes. Some women lack self-esteem.
Yeah, that's self-esteem.
One who mentioned say who say like when you're Bema, because your Bema say, so there's some and sometimes it's the way they've been brought up. If once why a black sheep when they find me into when you know Benya or Bema na adiano cry and koya or befanisa. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes women find themselves in that situation and they don't know how to come out of it. Sometimes then you say or the nipe. Sometimes ayambwa.
Nanekia say Facebook so for Mami Juliana. Nanekia kwanza say walking away is difficult, but it is the best decision to save one's own self from mental breakdown or death. It's true. Yeah.
You see,
we agree with you.
Ladies have to understand, and men have to understand. You see, once you walk away, it doesn't mean that the door is closed on you. The world is full of opportunity.
Marriage is not a pillow. It's not a pillow.
It's not a pillow.
What is it? It's not at all. Yeah, that's a part.
It's not a pillow because once you walk away, there's always an option.
Yes.
Don't think that the guy or the lady you are with is the only option.
Okay, it's mean I say. It's both ways. Men and women, we should avoid abusive relationships.
No. It's on both sides. We've always both sides, and you have to learn how to channel your anger, like you rightly said.
Yeah. And another thing as well. So once I make say abnormal use of a relationship, so that means they say relationship now work on. What do you want out of it?
Exactly.
What do you want out of the relationship? Maybe me understand.
I think it's a film. Everyone should look for that. And
maybe me say
yes.
I know most ladies want to please the masses, not themselves.
Exactly, and that's the wrong reason to get into a relationship.
You know, if you're what do I say? More pressure.
Facebook pressure. Instagram
pressure.
And Queen Harriet pressure.
Thank you, Mr. Yeah, sorry, sweet. Yeah, better Obibia or Shay and then my did you make any bar every assay. And the moon answer, pan, can say abusive relationship, dear. The beginning now per solution. So Nipan were ready to go along to take that journey with you. I was saying therapy near I didn't know you're ready to do it. But when you're ready to do it, you need your life. Or be me who video be na girl no. Yeah, the flower ne boyfriend no say ni kunu the flower ne ba ne bibi obedi anya be ma ne fe aduane ko de besu ana be ma ne bo no bibi obeye bia but ne be ma ne betena ne sama ne be ya yesie no esu ni ade I miss you and all that. Why do you miss me now?
Exactly.
Go walking away ya nke bia nke chire be ma na be solution na wa ono aye therapy ni ade na wa back ntini e kan say and now my babies so your bar so your be man now be who relationship musa who here help her by all means get help so when now is too much walk away. Yeah, it's very difficult, but to save life is very life here for you to stay there now by money ade nti walk away ni opamata ade share me ho afefefe ofia na okotena Ghana yeah ma adwoate wia nti se wo Ghana wo Kumasi especially na se wo pese opamata ade na wo ha na wo se wo pe Ghana style papa se ye kente se ye wedding style ni ade na ye pama wo dia ube owa Great Junction e Kumasi ube friend wo ahomatrofo yi so 079 so wa ha obebo number no 0044 now about 790385145 afi so Mr. May oton panties near my mom near me bia o Kumasi adum inti so wo Kumasi a obehwehwe no na bibia e ma disiesie hu bia wakohu no ya che obi bia na ye and Monty, I am Mother's Day for UK. A man in I wish him happy Mother's Day. God bless you. Thank you. See you next week. Good night. Bye bye.
Well done.
Empowering patient is huge.
It's key.
It's good for clinicians.
Virus is clever. It enters, and we'll come to that, it enters the human body, usually, as we said, through what we call droplet infection.
Impurities, so many heavy metals, so many salt. So, but if you have the kidney and you drink clear fluid, not tea, not alcohol, not beer, clear water regularly,
For diabetics, we would say that the systolic should be around.
At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about, how it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.